Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a Q&A. It's been like 2 weeks since I posted a video. I'm really sorry about that. I've been trying so hard to post once a week and I've been doing such a good job, but I recently went to TwitchCon and then I got sick, and so I'm finally better and life is good and I feel more motivated. But I decided to do a Q&A because I felt like that would be like a good way to sort of transition back into the video making. Plus, I don't really have any ideas right now on what to make videos of. I really don't know what to make videos of. Like, I am stuck. I don't know what to do. I have some ideas, but I'm nervous to post them. Like, I have some wild things that I want to do, like kind of out of character. Not like super out of character, but also not like gaming related. I have some gaming related videos I want to make. Like, I want to talk about how much I loved Final Fantasy 13, even though no one else seems to like it. There's things I want to make videos about, but I have this problem where when I post a video that's pretty successful, I feel like I need to like live up to that. And I'm nervous because it's like people are subscribing from this like successful video, and then they're going to see the next video I post. And if it sucks, they're going to be like, why? Why did I subscribe to you, you pleb? And that makes me nervous for some reason. I just don't want to make anyone like upset or disappointed. I'm like extremely excited about Remind, the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC that's gonna be coming out. I cannot wait to make content on that, but that might not even come out until like February. So right now we're just trying to figure out what we're doing. I kind of want to do Kingdom Hearts 2 with the dance pad. I don't know if I'll be able to figure out how to do that because there's no auto camera, but you know, I really want to make a video where I play like DDR because I have like multiple DDRs. I just want to unlock some songs before I do that so I can show you guys like my favorite songs. But yeah, I'm just gonna work on being more free with what I post and not caring as much. It's just a little hard for me. I am a people pleaser. I want to make everyone happy, and if I can't do that, I get really stressed. Okay. So I have asked you guys on Twitter to ask me questions for a Q&A. And yeah, there are a lot of responses. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all of them, but I am going to try my best to answer as many as possible. So let's just go ahead and get answering. So the first question is, how do you keep yourself motivated / creative when making your content? Is there a content creator that inspires you? So I have always been a very motivated person. I've always been the type of person who, when I have dreams and goals, I really work hard to fulfill them. It's just kind of my personality, and I'm just like that, if that makes sense. I'm very passionate, and when I feel that way about something, I will give it my all. So yeah, I guess that's kind of how I stay motivated and stuff. As for content creators that inspire me, I'm just gonna go ahead and say Jenna Marbles. There are so many, but Jenna Marbles is very inspiring to me. I've been watching her since like the beginning of YouTube pretty much, and she just kind of does whatever she wants, and I love that. And I love her dogs. I love the dog content because I love animals. I just love that she does whatever she wants, and she's so entertaining and so real, so humble. She's a role model, okay? If you had a choice of choosing the next worlds for Kingdom Hearts 4, what would they be and why? For Disney worlds, I would love to see like Moana and like Pixar, Coco. I think those would be perfect. I think Moana would be great because Sora can get on the island and be like, oh my God, is this my island? But it's not. And obviously Moana has an awesome story, and Coco is just perfect. So I think Coco would be great. I would love to see like Sora just in that beautiful world. And honestly, I think it would be really cool to see like what Donald and Goofy would look like. Big Spoon or Little Spoon? I'm definitely a Little Spoon, 100%. What is your hair routine? Love how it looks so silky smooth and beautiful all the time. That is so sweet and means so much to me. Like, I love you. Thank you so much. My hair is something I'm very insecure about and something that I don't really like very much about myself. I don't hate it, but it's very thin. It's naturally pretty straight and just very flat. As you can see, I have it natural today. Like this is my hair. And my hair has been hard to keep soft lately because I did used to bleach it a lot, and there are still a lot of bleached parts in my hair. It's finally like growing out. I think my natural hair is like to here now. I honestly think about like cutting the dyed parts off because they're so unhealthy, but that means a lot to me, and I'm glad that I'm able to at least make it look good. Thank you. Which Kingdom Hearts game is your favorite, excluding 1, 2, and 3? What a question. You know what? I think it's 358/2. I have not played it since like middle school, but 358/2 definitely has my favorite story. Like I've rewatched the movie like on the HD remixes, but I haven't played it in a while, and I've heard a lot of people say they don't like the combat. I don't remember disliking the combat. I do have it, and I should probably try playing it again and see how I feel. But as of right now, 350/2 is probably my favorite non-numbered Kingdom Hearts title. Favorite scene in Kingdom Hearts series as a whole? Definitely the scene where Sora says the heart may be weak and sometimes it may even give in, but I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out. I live by that. I love that. That's Kingdom Hearts 1. My second favorite scene is a scene in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say it corresponds with my favorite non-numbered Kingdom Hearts game. Favorite Kingdom Hearts character and why? Sora, because he's beautiful. He represents everything that I believe in, just following your heart and loving your friends and always finding the light in the darkness. Sora is just an angel. We must protect him at all costs, okay? All costs. Any advice on how to grow your audience on Twitch? Love you, by the way. Oh, you're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. I used to give advice for these things when people would ask because I didn't realize like how different it is for everyone. And honestly, streaming is different for every single person. And what makes one person grow might not make another person grow. It's really just important to own who you are and just go off of that. Be yourself, because you're going to be miserable if you're not going to be yourself. And that sounds so cheesy, but really that's like the best thing I can say is just to be yourself. And then of course there's all the other stuff like be consistent and be active with your community. But it really is different for everyone. Certain games that help some people grow might not help you grow, unfortunately. But if you love what you're doing, then even if your growth is slow, you'll at least enjoy the ride. Next question. What's one place you've always wanted to visit? I want to visit Japan so bad. Like, it is my dream to visit Japan. I wish that I could, but it's obviously very expensive. But one of these days, I definitely am going to go to Japan, hopefully within like the next 2 years. What is your favorite part about streaming and what motivates you to continue streaming? My favorite part ever of streaming is just talking to you guys, my community. Like, I love just hearing about your days, goofing off, laughing. Like, you guys are my best friends, and I love the community so much. Like, it's definitely you guys, 100%. I also love playing games, obviously. I think the combination of playing games and being able to talk to other people who kind of relate to me is just the best experience ever. I just love streaming. I love everything about it. If you could work on developing a video game, which aspect would you be the most interested in? Writing the story, character design, or voice acting? I, as a kid, always wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be an author. I used to write fictional stories all the time when I was a child, and it was just like a huge dream of mine. So I think I would probably like to be a writer. Though I gotta say, that seems like a lot of pressure, like seeing like how game devs get so much flack for their writing. I feel like that would make me really nervous. I'd also really love to voice act. Like, voice acting is never something that I thought about until recently, but since I love a lot of different games and things like that, I would love to voice act for a game I'm passionate about. Kingdom Hearts, okay? Tetsuya Nomura, I am available if you need an English voice actor for, like, you know, the trash can role. I'll play anything. I don't care. Thank you. Okay. What's one game series that you wish you could have played as a kid that you never got to, that you've never talked about on stream? It was Final Fantasy. But now I've been playing tons of Final Fantasy games, and now I don't know. I mean, I feel like streaming has gotten me out of my shell so much, and I've played so many games that I never played as a kid. I mean, even though it's something I've never talked about, it was Final Fantasy. And even though I'm like reliving that right now, yeah, I'm just gonna say Final Fantasy because that is like the one that I always wanted to play, when I was little and I didn't get to. So yeah. What made you decide, yeah, I'll give streaming a try? Streaming was actually not something I was really that interested in. I was more so making YouTube videos, but my fiance, Jonathan, aka goffballz, he was into streaming and I would stream with him sometimes, like Mario Kart and things like that. And I learned that I really loved it and I started to stream on my own channel and it ended up kind of, you know, growing some traction and I really genuinely found a love for it and I've been with it ever since. Like, I love it so much. If Twitch and YouTube suddenly weren't an option for a full-time job, what would you be doing right now and why? Like I said earlier, I've always wanted to be a writer, like an author. So I think that would be what I personally dream of doing. Though my degree that I'm working on, I've been working on it very slowly here and there, is English teaching. So I don't really want to be a teacher, but I do feel like it is important to have a backup plan. So if Twitch gave you full control to make any changes to the platform, what changes would you make to make Twitch a better place? It's a really good question. I never really think about this very often. I feel like Twitch has been doing a good job at coming out with different features that help everyone. Like coming out with the affiliate program would have been something that I definitely probably would have thought of if they never came out with that. That was awesome. I don't know. Like I think Twitch could benefit from maybe helping smaller creators out in some way because I feel like Twitch is just very oversaturated. I don't know how they can do that, but yeah. What did you do to play Kingdom Hearts on a dance pad? So I did explain this in the dance pad video, the first one. We used the Titan 2, which is just basically a converter, like a controller converter, and you basically just have to program it. Have you tried those new berries and cream Starbursts? Pardon me, what kind of Starburst did you just say? That was my sister who asked that. Next question. How do you convince yourself to take steps outside your comfort zone in order to help growth? And I talked about this in the beginning of my video. I'm not good at this, okay? I get a little comfortable and I get really nervous to come out of my shell or out of my comfort zone particularly. And it's something I'm working on, but the best way to go about this is just to try to cast aside your anxieties of people judging you and just try to do what makes you happy and what you want to do, even if you're not sure if it's going to be successful. What are you most excited for in the Kingdom Hearts Remind DLC? I'm excited for the story content mostly, like, because story is my favorite part of Kingdom Hearts. But secondly, those data looking battles, I don't know if they're gonna be called data battles. I am so pumped. Basically, like secret bosses and story is what I'm most excited for. I would love to see some of the areas be more explorable, like Skella at Kylum, but I don't want to like expect it. So yeah, from what I've seen, story content and data battles. Who is someone you want to possibly cosplay in the future? That's really hard. So far, I've cosplayed only as a handful of people. I've cosplayed as Naminé, I've cosplayed as Kairi, Calorie from Your Line April, and 2B. I think that's it. But I would love to cosplay as more Kingdom Hearts female characters like Xion or Aqua, even though I don't really think I can pull off Aqua.
She's too hot. I'm not hot.
Yeah, I don't know. There's also lots of anime characters that I love. It's hard. There's a lot of characters I'd like to cosplay. My dream cosplay is a female Sora. I don't know why. I really don't, but I have always, ever since I was in like middle school, I have wanted to do a female Sora cosplay because I feel like I am a female Sora. So if more brands came to you for sponsorship, would you take it? Also, if you don't have a brand sponsoring you that you would want to be, who would you want to? I know one company, Square Enix. So I am actually not really sponsored by any company. Sponsorships are kind of different than like affiliations and partnerships, but I do have like a few partnerships. Square Enix is actually one of them, which is like still amazing to me. But I'm very picky about what companies I want to be partnered with or sponsored by. I've been rejected by some of the companies because I'm still pretty small for them, but I never want to like settle for things that I'm not passionate about. So I don't really take a whole lot of opportunities, if I'm being honest. Other than that, I really would love to be sponsored by like Razer because I'm really passionate about this Quartz series. Like, it's amazing. I've always wanted to be sponsored by Elgato because I love Elgato. Yeah, there are companies I'd love to be sponsored by or even partnered with, but they're pretty big company. So now that you've played a bunch of Final Fantasy games, how would you rank them and why? This is honestly a question that I've been dreading just because I'm afraid of the controversy it will receive, but I'm going to give my honest opinion about this. So my favorite Final Fantasy game I've played so far is definitely 7 and like Crisis Core. Just like I kind of combine the two because the stories go hand in hand. And Crisis Core just adds something to 7 that I feel was necessary for me, at least, to emotionally invest myself so deeply. So definitely Final Fantasy 7 I'm going to put first. My second favorite I've played is probably 9 and then 13, I think. And then 10 and then 15 and then 3. Even though 3 was my first Final Fantasy, I put that one last just because like it's good, but it's not like on the same level as the others. But I really do love them all so much. I really do. I feel like I have just such unpopular opinions with Final Fantasy games as someone who's been playing them late in the game. How do you manage your need for time to recharge with a job that needs you to be so social? This is something that I struggle with to this day. I'm introverted. I'm like an outgoing introvert though. Like I love to socialize and talk, but I feel like I really need alone time to recharge. And so sometimes I find myself getting very drained because I'm doing so many social things. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I do need like at least like one day to just not do anything stream related. And I'm so guilty of, even on my off days, like just doing things that are stream related, YouTube related. Like I am constantly working. It's bad. It's something I'm working on, but I mean, the best thing that I really can do is just put my phone down and do something that's not related to socializing or streaming or YouTube, because that's really the only way. But it's hard for me. How do you continue to remain so positive and sweet despite the many adversities you faced? Oh, I love you, Tara. Why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? How old is Pinto, my dog, and how did you get him? I never heard his story. So Pinto, my dog, the little Jack Russell Chihuahua, he was my fiance's parents' dog, and they gave him to my fiance, Jonathan, because they really bonded. He is 6 years old. He's almost 7. And yeah, that's the story. He was actually at Walmart, like a little like puppies for sale box. And that's where we got this beautiful angel in our lives. When you first started streaming, did you ever think that you'd be here? This inspiring, gorgeous gal. P.S. Sorry, I haven't been in your streams lately. That's okay. I love you. No, I never thought that I would be able to make streaming into a living for myself. I never believed that. I never thought that. I always have just done it for fun. I still just do it for fun. It's just like a plus that I get to do it full time. But no, I never really thought that that would be me. In fact, I am really hard on myself, and I often think I don't like deserve it. So thank you. It means a lot. What is your routine like? Besides streaming, do you spend most of your free time playing and watching stuff just like the rest of us? You know, actually, yeah, in my free time, I usually just play games. Like recently, since I've been sick, I've been playing Destiny 2 with Jonathan a lot, and that's been really fun. Sometimes I watch anime or just like TV. I like to go for walks. If you guys didn't know this, like I live in a coastal area, so I love like walking by the water. Pretty much just normal stuff. I also really love graphic design, like editing graphics for my platforms and stuff. I just get so satisfied by that. I've always been like that ever since I was a little kid. I used to like make layouts for Neopets and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very therapeutic for me. Favorite childhood memories. My favorite memories as a child are hanging out with my neighbor. My neighbor and we used to just have the most carefree time. Like we would just play video games and we would sleep over each other's houses anytime we could. We'd go swimming in each other's pools anytime we could. I loved the street that I grew up on until I was 11, and then I moved. But that is the fondest time of my childhood personally, is just being carefree and hanging out with my friend. Oh, and we used to like pretend that we were Scooby-Doo characters as well. That was always a good time. We also used to role play, okay, because, you know, we're little kids, right? We used to role play as Scooby-Doo characters. Like I'd always be Daphne and she'd always be Velma. But also we would role play as Lion King characters and I would be Rafiki because I wanted to climb her tree. So weird kid, I know. Since you've been streaming for a few years now, what is your favorite memory so far? Or a few memories, since maybe picking one might be tough. That's hard because, yeah, it's hard to pick, but I think my fondest memories of streaming are when people have made videos for me, like for my birthday and stuff. I always am just a mess, sobbing, like bringing faces to usernames and just like them telling me the impact I've had on them. It means so much, especially because of the impact that you guys have had on me. And I'll never forget the moment when the community got me keyblades. Like keyblades in the back, those are all from my community. Like I'm so lucky and so thankful. And I really love you guys so much. Also, Schleb, I'd love to visit you in Japan. What is your favorite TV show of all time? I'm not a big TV person other than like stupid reality TV shows that are just like entertaining because they're a mess, like Jersey Shore. I also like talent shows like America's Got Talent, but like none of it is, it's really just easy to watch kind of stuff because it's just entertaining. But if we're talking about like a show, it's probably Grey's Anatomy. I'm honestly gonna have to go with that because I've been watching it since I was like 18. I binge watched it when I was sick for a week to like season 8. And ever since, I don't know, I like Grey's Anatomy. It's kind of dramatic and messy, but I like it. I like drama, I guess. I really like shows with like drama or like really feelsy. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Are there times Are there times you'd prefer to enjoy a game without streaming it? And if so, what games? 100%. I think I would have loved Persona 5 so much more if I did not stream it. I loved the game, but I had a hard time streaming it because it's just a lot of downtime. Same with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've been trying to play that. I tried streaming it. I can't. Like, it's one of those games that I really enjoy and would love to play it on my own, but I just can't stream it because there's too much in between stuff. You know what I mean? I need like action going on 24/7 pretty much to like stream a game. Like there needs to be like lots of story, consistent, constant. Whereas like with Fire Emblem, it's like a lot of communicating with your peers and stuff, or your students rather. Same with Persona 5, like it's a lot of conversations that aren't really that relevant to the story, which is totally cool. And it's not that I don't enjoy it, but for streaming purposes, yeah, I definitely would rather play those off stream. What's the biggest downside to being a Twitch partner? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think there are any downsides to being a Twitch partner. The only thing I can really think of is that people don't really feel like they should host you anymore or anything like that, which I understand. But obviously it's harder to continue growing when people think that you don't need any more help, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. That's really the only thing I could say that's difficult about being a Twitch partner. Because other than that, it's pretty much the same. You just have like a check mark and more emotes and stuff. What is your favorite book series? Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. Series of Unfortunate Events is the best book series of all time. I'm very passionate about it. It's probably like my second biggest obsession I've ever had in my life, like Kingdom Hearts and then Series of Unfortunate Events. Like I am obsessed with the Series of Unfortunate Events books. I'm like going off right now. Like I loved the Netflix series. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for doing it justice because the movie with Jim Carrey was not good. I liked the acting in it. I did not like what they did with the story. It was a mess. But yeah, definitely a Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm obsessed. I love it. I have all the books in hardcover and I want to give them to my future children and pass them down because I'm obsessed. All right, so I'm sorry if I missed any of your guys' questions. I am going to answer one more. I will do more of these if you enjoy them. So here's the last one because I feel like this is a pretty good one. If you could go back in time and talk to your past self, what would you say? This one, there's so much I wish that I could tell my younger self. Like, I wish I could tell myself that being awkward is not a bad thing and you should just own it and accept it and just be yourself. And if people don't like you, then they can get over it. Like, there's nothing wrong with being weird. There's nothing wrong with having obsessions. Just be true to yourself and don't feel ashamed of yourself. There's no need to go home and cry in your pillow because someone called you awkward, okay? It's fine. It's fine. You are special, unique, whatever. And one day, people are going to actually really love your awkwardness and even relate to your awkwardness, and you're going to make other people feel comfortable with their awkwardness. So don't feel bad about being weird and awkward and strange. Just like, it's okay. That's just who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I answered as many questions as I could. I am so sorry if I didn't get to yours. Thank you so much for participating. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoy these types of videos, and if you do too, let me know and I will continue to make them. You can keep your eye out on Twitter for whenever I do these, and then you can respond and ask me your question, and maybe I will answer it next time. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for sticking around even when my channel is like all over the place. It means so much, and I've been having a lot of fun with YouTube. I just second guess myself quite a lot. Yeah. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I am the SarahKey on Twitter and Instagram, and SarahKey here on YouTube and also on Twitch. So, whoops. But yeah, thank you so much for being the key to my heart.